Let's see how well you know your lab equipment. I'm gonna show you a piece of lab equipment and you have to tell me what its name is. First, this is one of my most used pieces of equipment. It's typically glass and holds things, but what's its name? This is a beaker. Next, these are used to pick up things that might be hot or dangerous to touch. And they kind of look like a pair of scissors, but they don't cut things. So what's this called? These are tongs. This one's a tricky one. It holds something specific. You can kind of tell what that specific thing is. So do you remember what this is called? This is a test tube holder. Next, what is this called? You can see gas goes in and it lights things on fire. This would be a Bunsen burner. This is a pretty common laboratory piece of equipment and all my students have to wear these during lab. You should know these are safety goggles. You might call this a different name, but these help us pick up things that are really small. These are called forceps. You might call them tweezers. What is this called? It's a piece of glass, sometimes plastic, and it helps us move materials or liquids around. This is called a funnel. All right, what is this called? This is sometimes plastic and sometimes glass, and it helps us measure out specific units of volume. This is called a graduated cylinder. Next, what are these called? Again, they help us measure out very small amounts of liquid. These are called micropipettes. This one has a very special name. They're usually glass and they hold different volumes of liquid. But what's it called? There was an X-Files episode that was named this and I'll never forget. It's called the Erlenmeyer flask. All right, I love saying this one. It helps us move around like dry materials and helps us pick things up. They're usually metal. This is called a scupula. And lastly, what is this called? You can see it holds specific things. That should help you identify what this is. This is a test tube rack.